What poppin', y'all? Hope y'all had a blessed and prosperous day, man. It is currently February 4th at 11:58, as y'all can see. It's a little bit of a late read. My apologies. I had a lot of work to do today. I already know how the routine go, man. I'm not really going to do too much talking. 15 minutes on the clock. So let's go ahead and lock in, man. All right, so we are currently in chapter 6 on page 138. Continuing where we picked up from yesterday, where we left off from yesterday. It says, consider one characteristic of successful people: enthusiasm. Ever notice how an enthusiastic salesman is in a department store gets you, the customer, more excited about the merchandise? Or have you observed how an enthusiastic minister or other speaker has a wide awake, alert, enthusiastic audience? If you ever, if you have enthusiasm, those around you will have it too. But how does one develop enthusiasm? The basic step is simple: think enthusiastically. Build in yourself an optimist, progressive glow, a feeling that this is great, I'm 100% for it. You are what you think. Think enthusiasm and you'll be enthusiastic. To get high quality work, be enthusiastic about the job you want done. Others will catch the enthusiasm you generate and you'll get the first class performance. But if in negative fashion you cheat that company on expense money, supplies, and time, and in other little ways than what you expect your subordinates to do. Habit, habit, habit. See, I think I'm saying it. See, it's a lot of words that I feel like I know how to say, but I think I'm not pronouncing them correctly habitually. And I don't want to butcher the word. I don't want to say it wrong. Habitually. Okay. Habitually arrive late and leave early. And what do you think the troops will do? And there is a major incentive for us to think right about our jobs so that our subordinates will think right about their jobs. Our superiors evaluate us by measuring the quality and quantity of our output we get from those reporting to us. Look at it this way: whom would you elevate to division sales manager? The branch sales manager whose salesmen are doing superior work, or the branch sales manager whose salesmen deliver an average performance? Or whom would you recommend for promotion to production manager? The supervisor whose department meets its quota, or the supervisor whose department lags behind? Here are two suggestions for getting others to do more for you. Number one, always show positive attitude towards your work slash job so that your subordinates will pick up right thinking. Two, as you approach your job each day, ask yourself, am I worthy in every respect of being immediated? Let's see how we say this. Like I said, y'all, like, it's words that I feel like I probably know how to say, but the fact that I'm trying to get my pronunciation skills down, I think that's like the big thing for me. Emanated, imitated, imitated. Okay. Irrespective of being imitated, are all my habits such that I would be glad to see them to my subordinates? Give yourself a pep talk several times daily. Several months ago, an automobile salesman told me about the success producing technique he's developed. It makes sense. Read it. A big part of my job for 2 hours a day, the salesman explained, is telephoning prospects to arrange demonstration appointments. When I first started selling cars 3 years ago, this was a big problem. I was shy and afraid, and I know my voice sounded that way on the phone. It was easy for people I called to say, I'm not interested, and hang up. Every Monday morning back then, our sales manager held a sales meeting. It was pretty inspirational affair. It was a pretty inspirational affair, and it made me feel good. And what's more, I always seem to arrange more demonstrations on Monday than any other day. But the trouble was that little of Monday's inspiration carried over to Tuesday and the rest of the week. Then I got an idea. If the sales manager can peep me up, why can't I peep myself up? Pep. I said peep. Pep. Why can't I pep myself up? Why not give myself a pep talk just before I start making those calls? That day I decided to try it out. Without telling anyone, I walked out on the lot and found a vacant car. Then for several minutes, I talked to myself. I told myself I'm a good car salesman and I'm going to be the best. I sell good cars and I give good deals. The people I'm phoning need those cars and I'm going to sell to them. Well, from the very beginning, this self-supercharging paid off. I felt so good I didn't dread making those calls. I wanted to make them. I no longer go out on the lot and sit in the car to give myself a pep talk. But I still use the technique. Before I dial a number, I silently remind myself that I'm a top-notch salesman and I'm going to get results. And I do. That's a pretty good idea, isn't it? To be on top, you gotta feel like you're on top. Give yourself a pep talk and discover how big and stronger you feel. Recently in the training program I conducted, each person was asked to give a 10-minute talk on being a leader. One of the trainees gave me a miserable presentation. His knees literally shook and his hands trembled. He forgot what he was going to say. After fumbling for 5 to 6 minutes, he sat down, thoroughly defeated. After the session, I spoke to him just long enough to ask him to be there 15 minutes earlier at the next session. As he promised, he was there 15 minutes ahead of time for the next session. The two of us sat down to discuss his talk the night before. I asked him to remember as clearly as he could what he had thought about the 5 minutes just before he gave his talk. Well, I guess all I thought about was how scared I was. I knew I was going to make a fool of myself. I knew I was going to be a flop. I kept thinking, who am I going to be talking about being a leader? I tried to remember what I was going to say, but all I could think about was failing. Right there, I injected is the answer to your problem. Before you got up to talk, you gave yourself a terrible mental beating. You convinced yourself that you would fail. Is it any wonder your talk didn't come off well? Instead of developing courage, you developed fear. Now this evening session, I continued, starts in just 4 minutes. Here's what I'd like for you to do. Give yourself a pep talk for the next few minutes. Go into that vacant room across the hall and tell yourself, I'm gonna give a great talk. I've got some of these people that need to hear what I need to say. Keep repeating those sentences forcefully with complete conviction. Then come into the conference room and give your talk again. I wish you could have been there to hear the difference. That brief, self-administered, hard-hitting pep talk helped him to make a splendid speech. The moral: practice uplifting self-praise. Don't practice belittling self-punishment. I'm going to say that one more time. Practice uplifting self-praise. Don't practice belittling self-punishment. You are what you think you are. Think more of yourself, and there is more of you. Build your own sell yourself to yourself commercial. Think for a moment about one of America's most popular products, Coca-Cola. Every day, your eyes or ears come in contact many times with good news about Coke. The people who make Coca-Cola are continuously reselling you on Coke. For a good reason. If they stop reselling, chances are you'd grow lukewarm and eventually cold to Coke. then sales will drop. But the Coca-Cola company isn't going to let this happen. They resell you and resell you and resell you on Coke. And every day you and I see half alive people who are no longer sold on themselves. They lack self-respect for their most important product, themselves. These folks are indifferent. They feel small. They are like nobodies, and because they feel that way, that's what they are. The half-alive person needs to be resold on himself. He needs to realize that he is a first-class person. He needs honest, sincere belief in himself. Tom Stanley is a young fellow who is going places and fast. Tom regularly resells himself 3 times a day with what he calls Tom Stanley's 60-second commercial. He carries his personal commercial in his billboard at all times. Here's exactly what it says. Tom Staley. Meet Tom Staley. A really important person. Tom, you are a big thinker, so think big. Think about everything. You've got plenty of ability to do a first-class job and do a first-class job. Tom, you believe in happiness, progress, and prosperity. So, talk only happiness, talk only progress, talk only prosperity. You have lots of drive. Tom, lots of drive. So put that drive to work. Nothing can stop you, Tom. Nothing. Tom, you're enthusiastic. Let your enthusiasm show through. You look good, Tom, and you feel good. Stay that way. Tom Staley, you were a great fellow yesterday, and you're going to be even greater fellow today. Now go to it. Tom, go forward. Tom credits his commercial with helping him become a more successful, dynamic person. Because I started selling myself to myself, says Tom, I thought I was inferior to just about anybody and everybody. Now I realize that I've got what it takes to win, and I'm winning. And I'm always going to win. Here's how to build your sell yourself to yourself commercial. First, set your assets, your points of superiority. Ask yourself, what are my best qualities? Don't be shy in describing yourself. Next, put these points on a piece of paper in your own words. Write your commercial to you. Reread Tom Staley's commercial. Notice how he talks to Tom. Talk to yourself. Be very direct. Don't think of anyone but you as you say your commercial. Third, practice your commercial out loud in private at least once a day. It helps a lot to do with this before a mirror. Put your body into it. Repeat your commercial forcefully with determination. Make your blood travel faster through your body. Get yourself warmed up. And fourth, read your commercial silently several times every day. Read it before you tackle anything that demands courage. Read it every time you feel let down. Keep your commercial handy at all times, then use it. Oh, and just one more thing. A lot of people may even have majority may ho at this successful winning technique. That's because they refuse to believe that success comes from managed thinking. But please, don't accept the judgment of average people. You are not average. If you have any doubts as to the basic soundness of the sell yourself to yourself principle, ask yourself the most successful person you know what he thinks about it. And ask him, and then start selling yourself to yourself. Upgrade your thinking. Think like important people think. Upgrading your thinking upgrades your actions and produces success. Here's an easy way to help you make more of yourself by thinking like important people. Use this form below as a guide. Alright, so it says, how am I thinking? It'll have a checklist. I'm going to just read the situation, and then it says, ask yourself, or probably read 1 or 2. So it says, when I worry, ask yourself, would an important person worry about this? Or you could ask yourself, would the most successful person I know be disturbed about this? You could say the situation could be your appearance. You could say, do I look like someone who has maximum self-respect? You could say, when you lose your temper, would an important person get mad at what I'm mad at? And then it says, cement in your mind the question, is this the way an important person does it? Use this question to make a bigger, more successful person. In a nutshell, remember, number one, timer did go off, y'all, but it's only 4 bullets, I believe. It's 4. Yeah, it's only 4 bullets, and then we'll continue chapter 7 tomorrow. So I'm gonna read the first 4 bullets. It says, number 1, look important. It helps you think important. Your appearance talks to you. Be sure it lifts your spirits and builds your confidence. Your appearance talks to others. Make certain it says, here's an important person, intelligent, prosperous, and dependable. Number 2, think your work is important. Think this way, and you will receive mental signals on how to do your job better. Think your work is important, and your subordinates will think their work is important too. Number 3, give yourself a pep talk several times daily. Build a sell yourself to yourself commercial. Remind yourself at every opportunity that you are a first-class person. And number 4, in all of life situations, ask yourself, is this really the way an important person thinks? Then obey the answer. All right, y'all. We are on chapter 7. I will get with y'all tomorrow. Chapter 7 is manage your environment, go first class. So we're currently on page 146. Hope y'all have a blessed and encouraged day, man. Keep doing you, man. You're number one. I'm telling you. If I think I'm number one, you number one, bro. So if you're watching this, you number one. Get to it, man. Change your life. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow.